What's up, everybody? This is Peter from NEHipHop.com, and I'm sitting here with Ces Cru out in the Worcester Palladium for the Independent Powerhouse Tour. Why don't you guys start by introducing yourself? Let everybody know who you are.
What's up? This is UBI, Ces Cru, Strange Music All Day, representing Kansas City, Missouri. We're out here in Worcester doing the Independent Powerhouse Tour.
I am Gadamus-ish, Jason Dean, Jason Hasselhoff, If You Nasty, The Devil Is In Me, representing Strange Music and one half of the almighty Ces Cru, Kansas City, Missouri. Y'all know what it is.
All right, cool. All right, so Constant Energy Struggles has been out for about a month now, and it's getting some great reviews. Tell me first how that makes you feel and how it feels to have your first major album out. Feel free to take the mic.
Yeah, sure. It's good, man. I mean, it's cool to finally get an album out on a national level and be measured and evaluated and critiqued on that level. And I welcome everything that comes back, the positive, the negative, whatever. You know, so it's just dope to finally break into that arena, you know what I mean, of out of like just your backyard or doing shit in your own neighborhood to like the entire country. So it's been all positive for me. Yeah.
Great. Anything you want to add to that?
I think UBI pretty much said it all. I'd just like to elaborate on the love and the response. I'm really shocked at how well the album's doing, and I'm just really motivated to get back in the studio and start on some more music for the fans, man. It feels great to be part of Strange Music and have an album out and be touring and have this sort of exposure at this capacity. It's great. It's great. The love is great.
Was this your first major sort of cross-country tour?
It is. We did a little car touring with Mac Lethal in late 2011, and that was mostly West Coast and South. As far as like hopping on a bus and hitting the entire country, this is the first time. Yeah.
How are you guys doing at keeping up with sort of the Tech 9 schedule of touring? You're doing 50 dates in 2 months. Is that wearing out on you guys? You feeling good about it?
You know what? I thought it might wear me down at first, but I actually get a little bored on an off day. We work 6 to 7 days a week. I think we're working for the next 2 weeks straight. You know, every day we're doing a show until the homecoming show on May 11th in Kansas City. So it's cool, man. It's a quick pace, but I'm happy to take that pace. You know, it's a challenging pace, so I feel like I'm growing from it.
Great. That's questions for both of you, actually. What's your favorite thing to do on an off day on the tour?
Off day on a tour, it varies. Some guys like to hit a mall if there's one close, or hit a movie or something like this. A lot of times we just sit on the bus on the PlayStation 3 playing a lot of 2K and FIFA and what have you, man. Most of the time guys are just trying to relax, man. You really gotta take that off day to kind of center yourself and make sure you got your mojo up for the next day. So off days are just that. You know, most everybody just pretty much chills out and does what they need to do to get ready for the next day. It's right around the corner, you know what I mean? So off days are preparation days and days to rejuvenate. Yeah.
I noticed a little sort of I don't want to call it sibling rivalry, but a friendly rivalry on the album where you guys rap back and forth. You got that on the tour bus too when you're playing PlayStation?
You know what? I actually haven't got to play any PlayStation while I've been out here. So, but we do play video games together generally. But we just ain't got the PS3 on our bus. It's on the crew bus. So I hadn't really got to touch it yet. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've been gaming out for years. We're old gaming buddies. So we play a lot of video games, Xbox usually. So
nice. Yeah. Now, I was watching sort of a pre-tour back behind the scenes blog kind of video where they were talking about the meet and greets, and you guys got your chains. Mm-hmm. How did that feel to finally have that Strange Music chain? Feeling super honored and super validated by finally getting the chain. I know there was a lot of discussion about where Ces Cru chains. We didn't receive them after a while, after we got signed, but finally got them, and just super honored to have it, man. And it's a beautiful piece of jewelry. It's the most expensive thing I've ever owned, and it's beautiful, man. At the meet and greets, that's a lot of the things that the fans always say. They're like, "I'm so glad you guys finally got your chains." So it's super cool, man, and I try to keep it on. I get paranoid about losing it, and so I'm like, well, I guess it should just be on my neck. At least I know where it is if it's on my neck all the time. So, no, but it's super cool, man, and all the fans, and especially the homies back home in KC, are just really happy for us to have these. It just kind of solidifies us being part of Strange Music. If people didn't think it was official before, they definitely knew it was official after we got the snake and bat around our neck. So it's great, man. I love it. I cherish it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say about the chain. I forgot to wear my chain. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my chain on right now, but like, I don't. Yeah, the chain is cool though. It's definitely a welcoming thing. It's weird. We've been signed for over a year, and people, address it like I got signed yesterday. They're like, "Wow, congratulations!" Like, welcome to Strange Music. I'm like, "Damn, yeah, I've been here, year and 3 months or whatever." But thank you. So that's how important the chain is. You know what I'm saying? Is people recognize it as like a true symbol of being part of the clique and shit. So yeah, it's been cool. It's a fucking, white. Yeah. Whoa. Sorry, I'm a little lost in the chain. Yeah, white, gold, and diamonds. So wow.
Can I get one?
Yeah, I think you can. It's just save your allowances. You know what I mean?
All right, so coming up in Kansas City, do you find that sort of easier to kind of put out your type of music than sort of like a major city like LA or New York, or did you find that it to be a little bit harder to sort of break into a scene like this when not being in sort of New York or LA?
Man, I think it's probably hard everywhere you go. And from what I hear, it's the hardest in LA and New York, just because it's just a big fish tank and a lot of hungry fish and shit. But it was difficult for us too. It took us a long ass time. We had to grind for years in Kansas City and do bullshit shows and little shows and medium-sized shows and all kinds of. We've run across everything. You know what I mean? I've played every kind of venue, from the dinkiest bar, hole in the wall closet of a club, to somebody's backyard, to somebody's living room, you know what I mean, to basements, to block parties, to you name it. So it's cool to be like in an arena, like we're in like the Palladium here in Worcester, whatever. It's an official spot.
We should be good with the mic.
Yeah.
Pick that up too bad.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so no, it was a grind though in KC. I think it's hard everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two just did Paid Dues. How did it feel to be part of a festival? Was that your first festival?
Yeah, and we got to perform on the Monster stage earlier in the day. What was it, like 3 o'clock or something? 4 o'clock? 4:30. So, yeah, and shout out to the homie Merce for hooking that up. We weren't even planning to go on, and by the grace of God, we got to perform at Paid Dues in front of about, 2,000, 3,000 people or something like this. And they received us well. They weren't super familiar with the music, so they were just kind of enamored by the awesome rap skills they were watching. So everyone was just kind of super observant and watching us perform. But we tore shit down. I think the coolest thing about that, we were on the same stage as Sugar Free. Like, he went on right before we went on. And who else was on that same stage? A whole bunch of people who... Mobb Deep, Mortal Technique, yeah, the list goes on and on. So it's just really cool to grace that stage. Killer Mike, really cool to grace that stage and have the opportunity to rock at a festival like Paid Dues. And then we also hung around at the end of the night and watched Tech and Chris, of course, on the main stage. And at the end of the night, got out there and did the finale, I'm a Player with them, which was just surreal. So yeah, Paid Dues was awesome, man. And again, shout out Merce for giving us that opportunity. I think that really helped expose us, give us some more exposure to people who may have been unfamiliar, and I think we won a lot of people over, so it was great, and I'm sure we'd love to come back in a more grand capacity, man. Maybe on the main stage. Hell yeah.
Now, you guys have been at this for probably 14 years, 15 years now.
As a group, probably 12. But we were both rhyming independently before we even met each other. We built our skill sets separately and then collided, you know what I mean? So
sort of on that note, you said you've played backyards, you've played the tiniest bars, now you've played some festival. What was the worst concert experience you've ever had?
There's been some really bad ones, but probably it's so hard to pick, you know what I mean? The ones where we were like labeled Crest Crew, like on the marquee, or where there was like little plastic like Play School mics, bullshit sound, where everything just sounds like when you're rapping. I mean, but there was one particular show where the wall actually fucking broke. Like, we were on stage, we're rapping, we're doing songs or whatever, and literally the fucking wall collapsed on top of us. This panel fell off, and it's like a 12-foot tall panel. 12 foot tall, maybe 4 foot wide. That motherfucker fell on us. We were like, wow. Kept doing the show. Kept doing the show. But we were literally tearing shit down, or, like, that fucking venue was crumbling around us. So I remember that one. There's been some stupid ones, but that one, when the wall falls off, oh, you got one? You got one?
This venue isn't that bad. But where were we in KC where the fucking sound, we're performing, we're opening up for Flowbots.
Oh, yeah.
And
this actually ended up being a great show.
We turned a bad show into some great shit. The fucking sound went out. I mean, all the sound, like the monitors, the mics, the fucking DJ shit. I look back at our DJ at the time, and there's like smoke coming from his laptop. That's how I know this isn't a quick fix. There's like a little plume of smoke coming up from his laptop. We're like, fuck, what are we going to do? So we immediately, went into some old school shit and like went into some beatboxing and like freestyling and rapping at the crowd. My homie Info Gates came up on stage and like hit the drums for a little bit. And so we just did makeshift songs of our set and did loose verses we had back and forth. And that shit went really well. Like the write-up in the local paper was awesome. They just pretty much got it for what it was. They were like, yeah, the sound fucked up, and then Ces Cru fucking pulled a great show out of their ass. Like, it was like Ces Cru Unplugged. It was great. Yeah, it was a great thing. It was dope.
I know you guys have done a lot of tracks with a lot of artists, but who have you not worked with yet that you would really like to?
I mean, it's a giant list. I don't know. I'm really trying to make my rounds before I'm all done. But probably just because of what we're doing right now and what's on the top of my list is working with some of these dudes that are on my bus right now. I'm excited about the first time that Ritz and Ces Cru touch a track together, or the possibility of like a Ces Cru Brother Lynch track. That's probably going to be coming about very shortly here. Both of those things, you know what I mean? Fucking with Cut Calhoun. We done a little music with Cut, but it was a lot of people on the track and shit. Same for Lynch. Yeah. But it's just So I don't know. Yeah, it's just been cool. Like actually, getting to know motherfuckers, because you work with a lot of people doing rap, and you don't even necessarily know these dudes. They're not your homies, you know what I'm saying? They live in a different market, all type of shit. So getting the opportunity to actually chill out with these dudes before we make music, I think is going to make for some great music when we do make it. And that's coming. Yeah.
And how about you?
Let's see. I'd really like to make a song with Trinidad James. He's so lyrical. Gucci Mane is another inspiration. I'm just in awe of his lyrical ability. If me and Trinidad James and Gucci and Waka Flocka could get on the same track, that would be dope. No, real shit. I'd love to work with Razcast as a guy that I've been a fan of for a long time. I know his career's gone through a lot of ups and downs and shit. I just recently checked out his Adidas album and shit, and that shit's real tight. Would love to work with Razcast. Chino XL is another old school guy, but who I really came up under, who I'd really love to fuck with. Royce the 5'9", Joe Budden. You know what I mean? If I was really reaching, I'd love to do a song with Nas. That'd be fucking great if we could get something going like that. So, I don't know. But again, if I could just get that Trinidad James feature, I think I could let all that other shit go, because he's so fucking lyrical.
You think French Montana could get on that track?
Oh. Him too, a super track.
All right, so we always try to pull a question of the week out of our ass to ask artists, kind of throw them off the typical interview vibe. And this week, it's if you could knock up any celebrity, who would it be? Collectively or independently, whichever one you guys want to answer. I'll pass the mic and
do you have it?
I got one.
Go ahead, because I'm thinking.
Okay. Definitely Oprah, and not just because of her sex appeal alone, but that bitch is paid. You know what I'm saying? If I could knock up Oprah, then I'm good after that. I might even get to put this rap shit down. You knock up Oprah, you're good. You're good for forever. So yeah, the O Network. Yeah, hell yeah, all day.
Who do I want to knock up? I think Christina Ricci and I would have beautiful children. You know what I mean? I think that Jay'd be genetically, remarkable. Christina Ricci is my answer. Yeah. There you go.
All right. And so what's next for you guys? After the tour, after the buzz from the album dies down, what do you got in the works?
I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? For real. No. We get back to Kansas City May 11th. There's a homecoming show at the Midland, which is going to be ridiculous, sell out, huge arena show in the home field. People travel all over the country to go to that, and then we have a couple days off, and I am really going to chill out and take a couple days off. Then we're going to get back on the bus and go do Grand Junction and Aspen and Denver and go hit the dough one more time. And then after that, yeah, I'm going to Disneyland. Literally, I'm fucking going to Disneyland in July. So don't be looking for me there, but I will be there on Space Mountain with my hands up. Yeah, bish.
Shit. After tour, get back home for a little hiatus. I really missed the squad back home, so I'm probably gonna get with the homies and shoot a bunch down and drink a bunch and shit, and just get back around my close knit friends, my real friends and shit, and soak them up. And soak up their energy and shit. I know they miss me. I miss them too. So I'm probably going to use my little day off to fuck around with them and get absolutely wavy and obliterated. And then I'll be back to do these makeup shows, man. And that's what it is. And hopefully when this whole thing is done, I can get right back in the studio. That's what it is. Yeah.
All right. You heard it here first, guys. This is PC from NEHipHop.com, signing off with Ces Cru.
What's up? This is UBI from Ces Cru.
This is Godamus Ish.
And we are fucking with NEHipHop in the New England Northeast area. Keep your head screwed on before we pop them motherfuckers off.
Bing.
Bow.